So, another episode of the Lift Saga. So, I got a 5-gallon bucket of the ISO 32, AW32 hydraulic fluid to put in the tank. Because we're all set, everything's all tightened up, ready to go. And waiting for the electrician to come in. He's supposed to come tomorrow, but I had to reschedule. So I tried lifting it a couple different times, and I can lift it. It's just awkward, and it's going to be hard, and I'm too old. I don't want to make it hard on myself. So I had this pump lying around, gas pump, but it also can pump diesel fuel and kerosene. Hydraulic fuel is thicker than that, but I think kerosene has a specific gravity of 7.9, and this has a specific gravity of 8.9, so it's thicker for sure. But I figured I wasn't doing anything with that pump anyway. I already have 2 other pumps that I use for pumping fuel, so I was like, I'm going to use it. I'm not lifting it. So I just got done filling it. Relatively easy process. Right now I'm draining it into the bucket of where I drained the hydraulic fluid that was in this thing. Look how dirty it was. That's what was in the lift. And if you remember earlier back in a video that I did, this is probably all going to be one video, so just earlier in this video, I showed you how I drained it. How I drained it the first time, which was a total mess because I didn't think about it, and then the second one I drained thinking about it, and it was much easier and cleaner. And that's how much came out. Where is it? That's how much came out. That's just draining right now, but it's just drops. But that's how much came out. And that was all over the floor. Under the lift, around the floor. Just a big pain in the butt to clean up. So anyway, just wanted to give a little update on the pump. It works great. They're cheap. You might be able to use it for other stuff. And if I want to use it for gas, I'll run some old gas through it that's going to throw away anyway. Yeah, because we don't use bad fuel in our motorcycles and quads and off-road stuff. So we just run some gas through it. Anyway, and as far as I don't know if you have an epoxy floor. If you see that little hole there, somewhere, I don't know where it is in here. There's a little tiny hole that looks gray. To the battery. That was my test hole to see how thick the concrete was. I just filled it up with this epoxy that I used on the bolts that I put in the ground. This was turning all easy until I wanted to do a video. This is what I used. Just squirt it out. They have tubes for mixing it, but I wouldn't suggest using one because you'll just use it once and then you won't be able to use it again because this stuff hardens in a couple minutes. So you just take this thing off, squirt it out on something, mix it up quickly, and then I just got all over my fingers. Mix it up quickly. Excuse me for one moment. So you mix it up quickly, and then you just grab your bolt. Let's just say this was my bolt, and let's just say here's where it, can you see it? Here, let's just say here's where where's the camera on this thing? Here? Here? Where is it? Where's the hole? Oh, right there. So let's just say it was right here. You made a big pile of it. You just kind of like goop it all on there. And I wore a glove and then just kind of like just smoothed it all around, shove it in the hole. So I put that. I actually used this once to fill that hole, my test hole drill. And this stuff is like hard. It's like concrete inside there. And now that hole is filled, and I'm going to epoxy over it. and do some other repairs. When we're all finished, where I've dropped some stuff and chipped the epoxy, I'll finish that. And then we got the car. Man, I can't wait to get on the project. You know, this was like a sidetrack project. I didn't think this was going to be nearly this long. This has taken so like a week and a half for just having to wait for stuff. And then I needed an extra bolt, and I asked them to send me a brass one, like the ones that are in the lift. And they sent me a non-brass one. Whatever. I was gonna wait and order my own, but it would take 2 months from China. So I just said, screw it. I just gotta get this thing done. So, oh, and then the cool thing they did give me that actually was pretty good. I told them I needed some paint for some chips or some paint scratches that happened when, during the shipping. And then they sent me this for this lift. It matches perfectly. I used it on the lift, and you could see it, but I mean, you gotta really be looking for it. And I didn't prep it. I literally just painted over it. I mean, if I'd have prepped it, you wouldn't even see it. So that was good. And so later in the day, just for giggles, I came over here, see the tape measure on the floor. I measured again. I just wanted to see, am I really in the middle? So I measured the floor, and then I put a laser in the exact center where the center was. And then I matched up that laser to this box. So, and then I measured from one post to the thing, and then did the other way. It's exactly in the middle. Like it's 1/16 off, possibly, and that could be just the way I have it set up. So it's pretty much dead on, man. Worked out. We're gonna, I told you about the hydraulic fluid, so I got that all pumped in. It's still just draining, waiting for the electrician. So just thought it was cool, measure it, it's all. Oh, and I had a, let me see, I can't flip it. So the level I got, I'll just show it to you. It's pretty cool. I mean, I already had a bunch of levels, but I didn't have I wanted a digital level, so I could like measure. I'll turn it on here. And put it up on. Oops. That's it. Why is it doing that? So if you look at it, it's 90 degrees. But this is 90 degrees up. But then if you come over here, it's, well, I guess that's 90 degrees too. It wasn't 5 minutes ago. These things are plus or minus, you can't really. I know this side isn't, this was my first side, and I know it's not as good. So this one is 89.85. So I was just curious. So this thing has a mode on it. Let me turn it off. So it has a mode on it where you can do the degrees, and you can find out how many millimeters per meter. So at 89.85, it's off 3 millimeters per meter. And since that's 14 feet, I did the meter conversion. It's off about a half an inch from the base to the top. So half inch. So, and then I don't think that's going to stay that way, because I think when you put a car on here, things are going to settle, things are going to even out. That's what I think. That's not going to stay 90, and that's not going to stay where it is. I think they're going to balance out. They're going to end up settling in. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted on that.